Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Welcome to In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today we have the honor of discussing the 104th Annual Pike County 4-H Fair that's happening July 19th through the 26th at, the Pike County Fairgrounds. We're going to get into a bunch of different details today. And with us in the studio, we have Judy and Libby with us today. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. Again, you guys have a very big fair that you've been planning, and you have a full schedule of events and whatnot. But, how has kind of planning and getting the Pike County 4-H Fair for this year kind of been for you guys? And, how are we getting to the fair, I guess, as we kind of approach July 19th? And, Judy, I think I'll ask you first.
Okay, well, it's a pretty precise operation for us these days. We have a lot of people with experience on our board. We start planning, like we're starting to plan next year's fair actually right now because it's the 250th of the United States actually. So we do start planning well in advance.
Right.
We take information from past fairs, how it was received, what events did well, what events didn't do well, and we shifted around, kind of like we did this year. We shifted some things to Friday and Saturday and shifted a concert back to Thursday, and we just kind of play with things a little bit and see what the crowd likes. And of course, we have our free rides all the time, and we plan those out 2-3 years in advance. We get our ride companies under contract so that we are for sure going to have some good entertainment for the kids.
And that's what we all hope for sure, coming to the 4-H fair, whether it's whatever 4-H fair you're going to. Supporting the county is super important. And Libby, you were telling us before we kind of got started that you're kind of working on a lot of the various contests and a lot of the other things so far as what you're working with the council and stuff, right?
True. This year, and we've been doing it for a few years now, we're trying to build up our program earlier in the week, to bring more people out and enjoy not just the weekend of the fair and the rides, but other things as well, as far as the animal shows. We started a pony pageant last year. This year we're doing a goat pageant for the smaller kids who don't necessarily show horses or ponies. And our family fun night has gotten a lot bigger. With our watermelon eating contest, of course, we've brought back the mullet contest. And it's not just for men and boys. Ladies and girls can do it too. And the new thing we're trying this year for Family Fun Night is we're having a movie.
Ooh.
And the interesting thing about the movie, it's a Walt Disney movie. And apparently it was one of Walt's favorites. It's called So Dear to My Heart. And it's actually about the Pike County, Indiana Fair around the turn of the century in the early 1900s, about a little boy who brings a black sheep to the fair. And it's supposed to be adorable, and we're going to show that as soon as it starts getting dark on Wednesday night. So
that is very unique and interesting for sure. I don't think I've ever heard of this Walt Disney film, so that'll be exciting for a lot of people to kind of discover that for the first time.
I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a hit. So
very good. Well, ladies, you guys are, you're weeks into planning and, getting the fair off the ground, and unFAIRgetable fun fair this year. I stole it off the flyer. Don't quote me on that. But let's go ahead and jump into, all of the nitty-gritty details. You guys kick it off with the pageants on Saturday, July 19th. And then, after that, it's just not smooth sailing, but, you're steam fast all the way through with this various stuff. So what do we need to know starting at the beginning of the fair? And either one of you can kind of start us out.
Well, first of all, I'll start you out with that because I definitely, in my mind, on the way over here, I wanted to remind all the listeners that our pageants are actually in the Pike Central High School auditorium. It gets really hot at the fairgrounds, and it's just nicer for the girls to have a nice, cool, air-conditioned space. It'll be in the Vance Hayes Auditorium. There won't be any refreshments. We're not allowed to eat or drink in Mr. Hayes' auditorium, just like the good old days. But they will be there. And this year we have a couple of new pageants, actually. We have a Tiny Miss pageant, a Little Miss pageant, Little Mister pageant, the Junior Miss pageant, Teen Miss pageant, and the Miss Pike County pageant.
Wow.
So we are covering the ages from, I believe it's 3
4, I think.
3 or 4, yeah, all the way up to 20.
Wow.
And it's going to be a good time. The girls are always really nervous, and it brings out a really big crowd too. So
Very inclusive with having so many different age groups, but that is fantastic to again give these kids this opportunity to, try new skills and get out of the comfort zone and all of the things that we hope they do as they learn and adapt, and then they become experts and then they get crowned. So it's an amazing thing having the pageantry kids like that, and in turn they become your ambassadors for the fair whenever fair time comes around, right?
oh yeah, they help all week long. They help all year long, whether they are actually crowned or they're first runner-up, second runner-up, or just in the court. They are at all of our events all year round, with sashes on, smiles on their faces, helping out with our activities.
Very good. Now let's kind of head into Sunday, July 20th. What does that kind of bring to the fairgrounds? Because you guys have multiple days of the fair, not just, 5 like good old DuBois County here has. You guys have 7 days of fun. Is that right?
Yes, 7 days of actual fair, many days of preparation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sunday is our Queen's Parade. That goes down Main Street and then straight out to the Hornady Park. And this year, our parade is starting at 6. And that is because of how hot it's been in past years. We've decided to kind of bump everything back a little bit later in the day just to give everyone a bit of a break from the heat, or some of the heat.
Right.
And then once the parade ends up out at the fairgrounds, we do our opening ceremonies. There will also be a horse and pony pleasure show. The silent auction begins that night. The baby, the kid, and the cute pet contest all begin that night. And the building opens, so you can come in and see all the kids' 4-H static projects that they've been working on. So Sunday still is a pretty good night. And there will be light concessions that night, so there will be some things out there for that.
Very good. And as we head into the main chunk of your week, starting Monday, July 21st, and going through the rest of the week there, I'm seeing, at least earlier in the week, it's noted that there's free admission and free parking. So what does that kind of entail for, those who are wanting to come out to the fair earlier this year compared to, those more busier days?
Well, as you mentioned, there's free parking. There's going to be lots of space. There's still, all the animals will be there. We did, and I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute, we did bump up our auction. So the animals are going to be leaving a day early this year. So they won't be there at all on Saturday, which actually kind of works out better. They're going to be leaving on Thursday night, so they won't be there Friday or Saturday. So early on in the week is when you get to see the animals and enjoy the animals and talk to their caretakers, the kids, and you get a lot of really interesting information from them, because our 4-H'ers are really pretty talented and they're really dedicated to their animals, and they'll tell you all about it.
Right. And then also I would imagine that kind of in turn benefits the 4-H'ers, because then they get a break from actually taking care of their animals and worrying about their exhibits and all that stuff. And then they get to celebrate and, be amongst everyone else partying it up the last few days of the fair, too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very interesting. So also, that while we start the fair so far as having the public invited and whatnot, that still means that there's various shows going on and exhibits and contests and stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Correct.
Monday morning is our poultry show at 9 a.m. And that is one of our bigger shows, believe it or not.
Really?
We chickens, turkeys. We even had geese, I believe.
We had geese.
The year before. And then we have some wonderful sponsors that come out and feed the kids breakfast for free.
That's awesome.
And then the library does a little something. What does the library have in store for us this year, Libby? I can't remember. Last year they did the foam party.
Last year was a foam party. This year, I'm not sure if it's on that night. They're having something, it's like a coloring contest. But I'm not sure that that's on that night.
Let me see.
Very interesting. That's good, though, that again the community is able to support you guys as you have various events on different nights. You guys again are feeling out the waters to kind of see what works better for people, and I think I don't think anyone's going to argue about knocking some things down later into the evening when it gets a little cooler. So
yeah, on that Monday evening at 7 p.m. is the horse and pony contesting show. Like Sunday night, we have the pleasure show at 7 p.m. But our horse shows are very well attended. I mean, we've been thinking for years about getting more bleachers to actually put up there, because there's so many parents, grandparents, even just general public that like to come out and watch our kids.
That is fantastic.
Challenge
to
each
hear.
other. And they know so much about their animals, and they're more than happy to tell you all about it.
That is fantastic. And again, hearing their excitement and enthusiasm and dedication to these animals is something else. And, once you get to experience that, you realize how dedicated they are. And then, we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. We've got more things going on and whatnot. Do you want to maybe run through some of the things happening on Tuesday as well as Wednesday? And then we've got the bigger events happening later in the week, right?
Yes, on Tuesday morning will be our goat and sheep show. We will also have the 4-H building, exhibit building open. Now, that doesn't start till 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's a swine show later that evening. That'll start at 6, and that usually lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then at 8 o'clock, we will have the pony and goat pageants, which basically what it is kids sign up. They dress their animal up, and it's optional if they want to dress up to match their animal, kind of like a set. And they walk out just like, the pageant girls do. And at the end, we crown a pony and a first and second runner-up, just like we will with the goats this year. And they'll get a trophy. So that turned out really well last year. It was a cute contest. It was nice to see the kids could do other things with their animals outside of, showing them. So that was a nice addition last year. And hopefully it'll continue for the next few years.
Yes, and then we kind of hurtle into Wednesday, which I'm seeing rabbits. That's probably my favorite animal at the fair, at least for right now. I like the chickens too. So, what do we have going on Wednesday?
Wednesday morning, like you mentioned, is the rabbit show. Again, we'll have some breakfast for the kids, and they'll get to show their rabbits. Then the 4-H building opens again at 5 o'clock. The beef and dairy shows are at 6 p.m., and then that's when we kick off our family fun night. And then we have a free stage area that's next to our concession building. The Haughty Shrine Funsters will be there. We have some laser tag coming, and we're going to be doing that in the horse arena area. There's going to be a talent show on the free stage, which is kind of in that same vicinity. And that talent show winner will go to the state fair.
Wow.
So we always make sure to get all that registration taken care of for the talent show winner. We have some really good talent actually that comes out, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. We have some very talented kids musically in our county, and they are more than happy to come show their talents at the fair. Most of them are 4-H'ers themselves. Yes. So that's really exciting. Then Libby, of course, has her mullet contest at 7:30, followed by the watermelon eating contest. The mullet contest, I mean, even if you don't have a mullet, that thing is so stinking funny to watch. The guys come out and they strut their mullets and they fling their hair, and it's hilarious. It's fantastic. And then, as she mentioned, we'll have the outdoor movies that evening. We're going to have a little bit of popcorn, bring a lawn chair, bring a blanket. We're going to have it right there between the concessions in what we call our Robinson building and our barns. So the kids will be right there near their animals at least. And we'll have a little bit of fun, a little bit of something new to try with the families.
Fantastic. And then we get into maybe not super more busy, but you get into the nitty-gritty details. I'm going to go ahead and say that on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday you guys are offering free carnival rides, so that's something to definitely look forward to. And a reminder, if anyone's listening, we are talking of course about the Pike County 4-H Fairgrounds at Hornady Park. That's at 1213 West Park Road in Petersburg, Indiana, and you guys do a fantastic job of posting online so far as social media and the website and all that stuff. So if anyone misses any details as they're watching or listening today, it'll be available in mass so that you can plan your trip. But let's talk about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Those are some really big events, and I'm seeing some familiar performers that might be on there and some other things too. So what do we need to know about Thursday?
Well, Thursday, of course, kicks off the free rides, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the kids can ride free all night. We do, though, charge $10 for parking for each one of those nights. So, as we always say, bring as many people as you can per carload. Whether you've got one person or numerous amounts of people, $10 gets you in for the whole carload. Once you come in that day, earlier in the day, I should say, our Supreme Showmanship will be that morning. Then we're going to have the 4-H building open again at 5 o'clock. The free carnival rides will start at 6 and go till 11. One of the big events that night is our livestock auction. That was moved to Thursday. That starts at 6 o'clock. The kids get to bring their animals out and people bid, and hopefully that all turns out well for them because I know the kids really enjoy that. The live entertainment on the midway and the free stage also starts at 7. Then at 7 is when the concert starts. And the concert is going to be really fun this year. Of course, our local hometown boy, Connor Lovelace, is our opening act, and he starts at 7 o'clock. And he plays just a little bit of everything. And he's even an award winner. He won an award in Nashville, I believe it was last year. So he's really great. And like Judy was saying, he's one of our talented younger kids. Now, at 8 o'clock is when the Taxmen will come on. And a lot of people have wondered, who are the Taxmen? They are a group of college guys. They are from Wisconsin, and they are mainly a Beatles band.
Oh.
So, for the first set, because they're going to play 2 sets, they will play the first set for an hour. It will be all kinds of Beatles music throughout their career. And the second hour will be general rock and roll. Just, it could be from the 70s, it could be from the 80s, it could be from now. It's just going to be all kinds of rock music. And the concert admission is $10 to get in per person, unless you're 5 and under. Of course, we let the kids in for free. And also, if you're a volunteer or if you're a 4-H member, you get in with your pass because all the kids get free entry into any of the events. So as long as you're a volunteer or a 4-H member, that will not cost you. But it will be $10 for everyone else 5 and above. So I look for that to be a really fun night.
Yes, it definitely sounds like it is a fantastic lineup. And that's just on Thursday. What do we have going on Friday?
Well, Friday night, of course, we talked about the livestock auction at 7. Well, no, the livestock auction was Thursday night, but the animals are released at 7 a.m. on Friday morning to get them out in the cool. So they're a little bit easier to load. Their temperament's a little bit better. And they'll be gone before all the events that evening. So don't expect to show up Friday and see animals. Registration for what's called a scrapper race, and that's where I don't know if we talked about it too much last year. It was pretty successful last year. It's like a demo derby, but they just go around in circles and beat each other up and race in that manner. And it's fun to watch because these guys are they're a hoot. And then of course the exhibit building, the free rides that we talked about. Bring a busload of 33 of your closest friends for $10. And then we have free music on the midway. We have a free stage there. And we don't have music Thursday night on the free stage. We will have music there Friday and Saturday night. So if you don't like to watch people crash their cars, you can bring a lawn chair. We have bales of straw that you can sit on, and you can watch the free music. And that's going to be local talent also. Cody Miller is one of our 4-Hers, and she really puts on a really good show. Then we have a local celebrity, Tony Rothrock of Rothrock Guitars. He comes out and he plays steel guitar, and he has a lot of soul left in him. He's an older gentleman, but he's been very prominent in our community for a long time when it comes to music. Everybody knows him. And he will be there. Then, of course, the scrapper race will begin at 8 o'clock. And again, admission is $10, 5 and under free. We always let our 4-Hers in to see all the events because, as you mentioned earlier, they get to have a good time now. Their animals are at home. They get to have a good time now. And then volunteers, if we're not running around like those chickens earlier.
Like those chickens.
Then we also get to go in and watch the scrapper race.
Yeah. Again, everything that you're saying here just sounds like a fantastic opportunity and things to look forward to at the 4-H fair. So, whether you're going to be busy or not, these would be great opportunities to, pencil them in the schedule now because, like you guys were saying, all of these events are very well attended. So knowing that the community shows out and continues to support these events as you guys continue to fluctuate them to better serve them is super important. And now, really, not super quickly, but somewhat quickly, let's go through that last day on Saturday, July 26th, because you guys are still very busy on Saturday too, right?
Yes. Saturday kind of wraps everything up. Well, if you're going to be in the demo, you've got to be there by 4 o'clock to get registered. And we usually have a pretty good turnout of people from all over, not just Pike County, but all over southern Indiana. The exhibit buildings, again, will open at 5. The free carnival rides on this night will start at 5 and go till 11. So you've got that little extra hour there. Now, things that have gone on throughout the week will be wrapping up on Saturday. We have a silent auction that runs all week, and the items are located in our Robinson building, so feel free to go in and bid on anything in there, and there are all kinds of wonderful items to bid on. Also, our pet, our baby, and our animal cute contest wraps up at 6 o'clock. We present the awards for those at 7 o'clock at our free stage. So we ask that anyone who was in any of those contests, please try to be there by 7 o'clock on Saturday night at the free stage to see if you've won an award or not. There will be free live music again at 7 at the free stage after we do the announcements of the winners. The pre-demo, and this is kind of cute, at 7:30 we do what's called Power Wheels, where little kids can go out and do their little version of a demolition derby. The demo will start at 8. Admission there again is $10, and five and under, of course, for free. So the demo derby is always a huge hit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that, but that's a pun. It's a hit.
It's a hit.
It's a big hit.
And ladies, we expect that to definitely be a huge hit for you guys. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. We try to run through as much as we can, but again, you guys have a fantastic lineup and whatnot, and we wish you the best of luck as you look forward to your Pike County 4-H Fair happening July 19th through the 26th at the Pike County 4-H Fairgrounds. But thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, and you've been listening and watching your In.form program right here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS with the Pike County 4-H Fair.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.